Merry Christmas, my Dooku shrubs and zerglings, and welcome back to Zap Entertainment for another book. This book was supposed to be released last year, but unfortunately, things didn't go according to plan as usual. But now I'm finally here. I actually dressed up for the occasion for the book to be in different colors, and hopefully you guys will see. Now I didn't actually do any like specifics to anything. It's just all just randomized colors, and you guys can leave it down in the comments. What is your favorite colors that I used for the letters? And with that being said, let's get started, shall we?
Hello, people. It's me again, Bootleg Markiplier
I
from Wish.
wish.
He wished. No, he bought me off Wish. He bought me off a bootleg website. The Party, written by Zach Selvey. You know who writes this? Who else writes this?
No, I'm Sir Dooku. I'm not Zach. Who is this Zach?
So are you stealing this? Oh my god, we're gonna get sued. The book, The Christmas Toys. Nothing says more festive like guts and horror.
It should have been
Rated X. Okay, why fucking?
Yes. Why does it say book? It should say it's a title. Oh, title book. Oh, I thought it was supposed to be title
Book title.
chapter, but whatever. Oh, book title. That's fine.
Title book, The Christmas Story. Alright, later.
Christmas toys.
Christmas Toys. The Christmas Story. Wrong edition. Rated X edition.
What, bruh?
Rated R. Alright. Chapter 1. Mystery of the Sharp Family.
Shit.
The mystery of the Sharp Family. On a cloudy, cold winter morning in Canada. Ooh, you want maple syrup, Ed?
What?
Hey, we will talk about. I'm Canadian. A snowflake falls from the sky, drifting down past the window of a small house. The small house belongs to a conspiracy theorist named Freddie Burns. Mr. Burns. I'm drunk. Enjoy this commentary. Freddie earns his money by working as a janitor in a local museum in a small nowhere town of Moonlight Bay. On the cold winter morning, Freddie found.
Sponsored.
I didn't notice. We are not sponsored by anything.
Yeah,
Please
we
give us
never
money.
are. Anyways, back to the green letters.
Freddie finds himself on his day off writing his conspiracy theories in his journal. In 13,000 AD, three witches summoned a demon known as the Toy Master. The Toy Master offers the secrets of life in exchange for the witches' undying obedience. The witches agreed to servants of the Toy Master. As a result, he gave them the power to transfer human souls into inanimate objects. The three witches have actually.
Oh no, that sounds like gaggle fucks.
Ah, fuck! Gaggle fuck! Inside joke, friend, people. If you watch his Dead by Daylight videos, you would understand.
On my Torch 13 online, let's play a game online, maybe.
Yeah, online.
But even then, you probably wouldn't get it.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't get it. Alright, it's gonna be, if you won't get it, I ain't saying it. The three witches were actually a trio of sisters known as the Sharp Family. Ah, what a fucking legacy. The magic that was given to them by the Toy Master had been passed down to their sons and daughters for thousands of years. This was an old fairy tale that was told to me when I was a child. But I feel that there's some sort of truth to this fairy tale. I followed the Sharp family tree and discovered they do exist. As a matter of fact, throughout the world, I have discovered that the family's tree does indeed go back in time, go back to that time frame. However, today my suspicions have been confirmed when a group of archaeologists brought ancient stone with the carving of three witches serving an ancient demon known as the Toy Master. Watching the stone being delivered to the museum has pushed me to investigate further into this fairy tale. This is just gonna be a night in history. This is gonna be just a night in museum rated R edition.
Are you
A stone
positive about
tablet that brings stuff to life.
that? That's not what's happening. Anyways, back to the book.
As a result, I came across another interesting.
Ah, shit! I forgot something. Oh well, too late. We fucked it.
Story that happened 40 years ago. The story was told to me by an old man across the street. Hey kid, you want to hear some stuff? Yep. Go fuck you. Wait, I came across another interesting story that happened 40 years ago. Oh, I remember that. Across the street, and he said that once upon a time there was a child of shark family that used to live in the attic making his own toys. And the story goes that the father of the child hated his family lineage. Then he discovered that his son was murdering other people to put their souls in the toys that he made. He murdered his own son as a result. You stopped the psychopath. Good job, Dad. Alright. Local folklore says the kid's spirit is sealed away inside of the mirror, that his toys are locked away, awaiting the day of his return. The old man pointed to the house where he said the mirror and toys are still lie. That house has the answers I seek. Please don't tell me you're going to unleash eldritch horror upon this town. It always takes one man to start a massacre. Freddy concluded into his journal. After he was finished writing, he closed his journal and stared at a picture of his mother, thinking to himself. He remembered a time when he started believing in the fairy tale that his mother told him. 6 months ago, Freddy's mother passed away. On that day of her funeral, Freddy wondered if some part of the fairy tale were true. He could possibly change the world and the concept of immortality. He became compelled to seek the truth on this fairy tale, even if it means nothing, even if doing something completely illegal. Okay, let me stop you there, Buster. You're lucky I'm not around. Knowing that the house where a member of the Sharp family used to live is down the lane. He's slightly compelled.
Are we recording?
Yes. Yes. Why?
I was making sure. Alright, minimize.
We're fucked about that.
Sorry.
He's slightly compelled to break into the abandoned house to seek answers. However, he knows if he get caught, he'll most likely be arrested for breaking and entering. And with a heavy sigh, he gets up from his computer chair and where he was writing his journal, and goes to sit down on the couch to watch TV. It seems a blizzard is coming after all this afternoon. And it starts around.
That is hilarious. I keep in mind, I changed the colors blindly. It's funny that they said a blizzard and it's all white.
Yes.
Anyway, sorry.
Around 1:30 p.m. to 2 p.m. The storm will definitely hit, and it's highly recommended you stay inside because the blizzard is going to be a whiteout. Going to be a whiteout.
What are the odds of that?
Astronomical, said the one man on television. Freddy watched and realized that it was a golden opportunity. While the storm hits, no one will see him breaking into an abandoned house. We'll definitely hear some glass shatter or some wood splintering. I mean, lots of blizzards, heavy enough. He turns off his television and gathers some heavy winter clothes, like snow boots, snow pants, and of course, a thick winter coat. He also plans to take a shovel with him to not only break the window, but also shove away the snow out of his way.
So he's basically Dig Dug, but instead of going underground, he's digging through snow.
Dig Dug, he forgot his pump thing. Alright, as blazing whiteout, snow blizzard came. Freddy exited his house through the back door. When he exited his house, he was hit by a nasty cold wind, but luckily his coat and ski mask with goggles helped shield his face from the winter's cold chill. Everyone else in town stayed inside, while the storm made it almost impossible to see 3 feet in front of him. He pressed on, making his way down the street, and he made it to the abandoned house. Out of dumb luck, good job. Even though it was difficult to see, he realized that he was in the right place. Only inches in front of him, there was a no trespass sign that was familiar. As he took a few steps forward, he came across the abandoned house, slowly taking the steps through the feet of snow. He came across the window of the house. Freddy took his shovel without hesitation and shattered the window. Then he shattered the remaining pieces on the windowsill, so he didn't cut himself when he climbed his way in. Alright, climbed his way in. After he successfully made his way inside, he leaned his shovel against the wall and walked up to a long old table. We'll actually just keep these, why not? He picked up a lamp covered in cobwebs from the table, and then lifted up the long table to put against the broken window to keep all the wind and snow from coming inside. After that, he grabbed a shovel and made his way upstairs. The old abandoned house was covered in dust and cobwebs, and it was like getting off an eerie feeling. As Freddy walked down the creaking hallway, something else about the place whispered a warning into his conscience to turn back, but he was compelled to find answers. He only. This is why I don't trust conspiracy theorists. I only trust one. He's retired. I don't trust this guy. Alright. He only explored the house for a couple minutes before he came across the door leading to the attic. Feeling that the answers are close, he pressed on and opened the door to the attic. Inside, he found lots of old relics covered in white sheets. One caught his eye due to being in the shape of a mirror. Seeing that one of them was covered, one of the covered items could be a mirror, he took the white sheet off to reveal the mirror he was searching for. So the stories of the child were true. Could be true, Freddy said to himself with near excitement. With enthusiasm, he put down his shovel and pulled his ski mask and goggles off. Looking from left to right, he can see another white sheet covering something small on the floor. Freddy kneeled down and lifted a white sheet off the object. What he sees before him is two long yellow wooden boxes. 2 foot long yellow boxes.
Box. There's no S.
Backs. Yes, backs. Alright, sorry. That is locked by a simple mechanism that can be easily unlocked by hand. On the yellow box, it says the Devil's Play Box. The Devil's Toy Box. My eyes started to get jumbled for a second. I need new glasses. I really do need new.
I hope so. I have a question there, Gun Kid. Is the different colors helping you or making?
Oh, they
things
are
worse?
actually helping. It's just I need better glasses because I'm supposed to get an upgrade, like a new glasses soon, but apparently life's not going my way.
Of course, no. At this point, nothing's going our way.
When is it ever? It's always against us.
Yeah.
Wondering if this has the answers he seeks. He foolishly opens the Devil's Toy Box. Before he could completely open the box, the attic door closes shut, locking him in. Freddy just looks at the door for a few seconds and thought maybe it was just the wind. He opens the box fully and became terrified when he sees what he sees, causing him to start walking backwards for a shovel. Oh my god, this is real.
They're
real. They're real! Shouted Freddy as the visual zooms away from the attic door with a demonic sound of mechanical laughter. Bloody screams of murder from Freddy can be heard throughout the abandoned house, but a blizzard's winds negate it while white noise as they never see the fate of poor Freddy. He became Freddy Fazbear. Har, 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 har. 3 days later, the landlord came to inspect the house.
I do have a question. If you see a toy box that says Devil Toy Box, would you open it?
Honest answer. Fuck no. The Devil's Toy Box. Into the furnace. I'll probably send it to the Vatican.
Alrighty, back to
Okay,
the...
hey Pope, I have something for you. What you got? A Devil's Toy Box. Put that shit in the catacombs. Came over to inspect the house from the outside. He noticed a window had been broken. Thinking a bunch of teenagers or some bum that broke into the house and started living there without his permission. He decided to go inside the house to check. He entered the house and to look around. He eventually came across the body of Freddie Burns. Freddie Burns died, became Freddy Fazbear next series. The landlord had seen...
How many Five Nights at Freddy's are we gonna references we're gonna make?
Har, 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 har.
What
The Freddy Fazbear theme song.
Right.
I think the theme song has like 99 Bottles of Beer in a Wall song, I know it's like an old song.
I don't know.
Alright.
Book.
I already know. Get back to the book. What do you think I'm doing? Alright. The landowner can see that Freddy's face has been torn to shreds, and his eyes are gouged out of his skull. Seeing a gruesome sight, he ran downstairs, almost vomited, but composed himself enough to call police. 3 hours later, a private investigator in a private investigator's quarters, a man known as Detective Cable Burns. Is he related to Freddy Burns? Well, no.
Just read.
Well, no. Cable Burns is sitting at his desk, going over paperwork to a court case that he was involved in. Detective Burns is Freddy's. Yep, he is. Freddy Burns' brother, and goes and does private investigation for a DA, detective agency, and Moonlight.
Is that what that stands for? I never.
I believe that's what it stands for.
Alright,
I'll look up that later.
Yeah, later.
Moonlight District. Detective Burns has long gray hair and wears a light brown trench coat with a black long sleeve t-shirt underneath. He also wears a red tie, blue jeans, sneakers. That afternoon, when Detective Burns was almost finished with paperwork, he gets a call from Moonlight Police Department. So his department phone rings next to him, and there's no immediate response. You're safe. Immediately picks it up without looking at who the caller ID was. This is investigator Detective Burns. What's the job? What is the job? No nonsense. He wants you to get your job.
Yeah, he's just kind of just like leaning back.
Like a very noir detective. Just smokes cigar, drinks whiskey. Phone rings. What's the job? Detective agency. What's the job? Your brother's dead. All right, hangs up phone.
All right, back to the book.
Said Detective Burns with no enthusiasm as he leans back in his computer chair, listening to the phone call. This is Detective Kraus. Oh, German.
Yeah.
Detective Kraus. Of the MLPD.
Oh, okay.
Homicide Division. We need you to come and identify somebody, please, said the detective on the phone. Okay.
Okay, because he didn't give him much information.
I imagine he's raising an eyebrow at this time or not. Like,
yeah, like freaking Spock.
Okay. Said Detective Burns with both curiosity and concern. After that, he hangs up his phone and makes his way out makes his way to the police department. When he arrives to the 3-story building, the police department, he makes his way to the homicide department to meet Detective Kraus. When he makes it to the homicide desk, Detective Kraus was just on the phone with somebody before he hanged up to speak. I'm Detective Cable Burns. Do you want to see me? Asked Burns.
Yeah, I did it. Burn.
Burns? It burns, Burns! As a fellow detective as well, I'm pretty darn sure you're not squeamish. So just follow me, said Detective Kraus. Said Kraus. With his German accent. I was right, German!
Yeah, he's German.
Because what else German name be Kraus? Leaned away with no enthusiasm, Detective Burns looks at Kraus with confusion and follows him without too many questions. Detective Burns follows Kraus all the way down to the basement of the police department, into the morgue. When he enters the morgue, he sees before him a typical body table where they usually put the dead bodies into a covered by a white sheet. Standing over the table is a young woman with red hair tied up into a bun, where medical examiners. I think they're called coroners. I think.
I don't know. You think I?
Hey, I'm gonna do some small little research, people. All right, we're back. We found some new word. Coroners, apparently people who investigate dead bodies with suspicious deaths. So I'll write that down later for future stories if you ever want to use that word. All right, back to it.
Remember it, but regardless.
I'll write it down. All right. At that moment, Detective Burns gets a bad feeling. With a heavy sigh, he approaches the table with hesitation and concern. Show the detective, said Kraus, as he points to the sheet and gestures at the medical examiner. The medical examiner responds by lifting it. Probably should not take it off, just lifts up the sheet and reveals Freddy's body. Detective Burns can see that his brother's eyes have been removed from his skull and his face was cut up. His chest had electrical burns and he was only missing a few fingers. He also missing a few fingers. Regardless of the mutilated body, Detective Burns recognized his brother. Oh, Jesus Christ. What did you get into? What did you get into there, Freddy? Said Detective Burns with a sad sigh. He's probably mortified seeing his own flesh and blood dead.
He's mortified, but he's seen. But considering that he's a detective, he's probably seen much worse.
Yeah, but it's probably a different feeling when you see someone you've known for years, like your own kin, just fucking dead.
Yeah.
So I was right. This is Fred Burns. We had to identify him by his dental records, since, as you can see, his face is severely mutilated. The medical coroner, with a hint of empathy. Yeah, whatever, said Kraus, as he takes out a cigarette from his pocket. Can you please not smoke in here? You know it's against the rules, said the coroner. I'm going to say coroner.
Okay, go ahead. You can call coroner.
With a hint of frustration towards Kraus. Detective Kraus rolls his eyes and puts away his cigarette. Anyway there, Detective Cable. This is our medical examiner, Dr. Elsie. Elsie, am I saying that?
I think
Elsa?
It might be Elsa. It might be Elsa.
E-L-I-Z-A.
No, it's Eliza.
Eliza.
Yeah, okay, never mind.
Eliza.
Well, question there, Gun Kid. Does your cell phone have a thing where if you type in, it tells you what it says?
Yes. Let's see if I have that. Eliza gave Detective the diagnosis, said Detective Kraus with a hint of rudeness. Well, unfortunately for your brother, his death was not instantaneous. He died slowly according to my autopsy. By examining the body, his fingers on his right hand had been removed. First, then he took a massive jolt of electricity, which might have knocked him out him on his feet. The killer proceeds to slash his face with unknown weapon, and somehow use the same weapon to remove his eyes, which results in his death. Of course, from complete shock and blood loss.
Basically, just got
Mutilation, basically.
Basically, just got mutilated. Damn.
After his mother's funeral, he hasn't talked much since I heard that he was working in the old museum. He's been digging into old fairy tales, explained Detective Burns. Fairy tales? What fairy tales? Asked the coroner. It's nothing. It's just an old tale that our mother used to tell us when we were kids. Explained Burns. According to my autopsy, the slashes for his face seemed to indicate that small knives were attached to the implement of the hand of Freddy Krueger, only much smaller. Freddy Krueger looks up from newspaper. Don't someone him?
he freaking sneezes or something.
Some bitch said my name. And Jay's worries. He stops for a second because when he hears Freddy Krueger's voice, because he's trying to hunt him down after he made him work for him.
Okay, back to the book.
Explained only much more. Explained coroner with a terrible sense of humor. Enough of the stupid stupid movie cliches, said Detective Krauts to Dr. Lisa. Do you have any evidence on who did this? Asked Detective Burns, while Eliza covered up Freddy's corpse with a white sheet. I'm afraid not. We are investigating the whole house from top to bottom and found nothing of interest. There's no fingerprints, or blood trail. We have absolutely nothing to help us even begin to find the murderer of your brother. Explained Dr. Krauts. Detective. Alright. So we're all in the dark. So you're all in the dark, huh? Well, would you guys be opposed if I go through my brother's things to solve this case on my own time? Asked Detective Burns with politeness. At that moment, Detective Krauts didn't know what to think about the question he was asked. He looked over at Dr. Elsa for comfort, but all she did was shrug her shoulders, not knowing what to say back. Dr. Krauts has no motivation to believe that Detective Burns was involved with his brother's murder. For a matter of fact, there's evidence suggesting Detective Burns was nowhere near his brother's during his death. Yeah, sure, whatever, said Detective Krauts with reluctance as he goes upstairs. Shortly after that, Detective Burns leaves the police department. A day later, Moonlight High School. A teenage girl with long blonde hair wearing a black sweatshirt with black sweatpants, dark violet shoes. She has black eyeliner and green eyes. She stands in the hallway, stands in the stairway, looking at a boy she likes. She takes a long inhale before exhaling and begins to approach the boy. The teenage boy that she likes has black curly hair and wears a white t-shirt with blue jeans and white sneakers. Hey, Jonah. Hey, Josha. Josh? What the... Wait, what the... we'll be right back, folks. Alright, you found out how to pronounce that name. It's Joshua.
Yeah. This is what I get for leaving a book alone for like a year.
See? I was like, what, Jaffa? Alright. Hey, Joshua. My name is Alexis Sharp, and I'm, Windows 34 has failed. Alright. Said the blonde girl approaching the teenage boy. However, Joshua interrupted her. Alexis Sharp? Aren't you that girl who got the math teacher, Mr. Hector, in trouble for sexual assault? Okay, hold up. Explain that side. What the fuck? I beg pardon.
I beg thou pardon,
said the janitor. Mick fucking excuse me?
Alrighty.
Alright. Dr. Hector. In trouble for sexual assault, said Joshua, Before Alexis could answer the question, they were interrupted by a voice behind them. "That would be her," said the voice behind Alexis. Alexis and Joshua looked to see a girl just as tall as Alexis. The girl looked to be the age her. Wait, the girl looked to be a girl her age. She'd probably say the same age as her.
All right, but her face is.
Wait, hold the fuck up, Luff. It's just a. I'll get to that bit real quick.
Alright.
But her face is wrinkled up to look like she's an old woman. This seemingly older girl is Donna Lovegood. Dana Lovegood. What the fuck is this fucking Harry Potter Lovegood? Luna Lovegood.
I've actually used that last name a few times in my books beforehand, so.
What the Who's actually a teenager, just 1 year older than Alexis. Donna. Huna.
I bet.
Alana Huna.
Is this gonna be like with that whole thing with Cayenne, or you keep
Cayenne.
You keep calling him Cyan.
Cyan. I am dyslexic. Has long blonde hair with a blue.
Guys, I'm gonna have like a handprint on top of my head for how many times I'm gonna facepalm myself with
Handprint? Bitch, there's not gonna be anything there left. Your hand's gonna be just one giant mist.
Fuck's sake.
Alright, back to the book. I stole a bit for you. She wears a light green sweatshirt with gray sweatpants and blue sneakers. Alexis was always picked on by Dana. What? No idea. Because she looks like a short old woman. For a matter of fact, her blonde hair almost looks white in a right light, making her look even more older than she is. Even though Alexis isn't the only girl who picks on Dana, she hates Alexis more than anybody else in the school. As a result, both of them are sort of rivals, more or less rivals, to a certain extent. Up till then, Dana. Alright. Dana has been too shy to stand up for herself. "Shut up, Ragdoll. This isn't your place to interrupt," shouted Alexis with anger.
Emotional damage.
"Uncle Roger. Mr. Hector is my favorite teacher," explained Joshua. Alexis responded by turning to look at Joshua. "So that's what happens to the stupid teachers in this school. They're supposed to be controlling. They're just a bunch of controlling old men and women," explained Alexis to Joshua. He looked at her with disappointment as he shakes his head from left to right, realizing that the boy she likes hates her. Alexis slowly steps back. Then Dana.
Yeah.
Dana steps between Alexis and Joshua. "I always thought your pride will betray you one day," said Dana with empathy. "Fine. Pride, Vegeta." Vegeta was just a bit late that point. "Pride. Alright. Fine. If this is how it is, then you could have them. You old prune."
Emotional damage.
She then pulls out a gun and shouted Alexis as she slaps Dana from before stomping off. Dana holds her cheeks in pain and looks surprised as this was the first time she was actually physically assaulted by Alexis. Before it was just verbal abuse. "Are you okay?" asked Joshua with concern. "Yeah, I'm okay," said Dana with sadness as she turned to look at Joshua. He looked at Dana with empathy as he looks at a red mark on her face. "There we go."
Holy mackerel, that was really short.
"Yes, but tomorrow it's going to be more impactful."
Okay, so... Oh, we only did for 30 minutes. How about that? Alright, Merry Christmas, everybody. Please like and subscribe. And this is Zerduku and Good Kid signing out.
Auf Wiedersehen.